Welcome back once again. Just a quick little update. I am heading to the gym for a second time today, which gave me the idea to address the topic over if overtraining is a myth or not, in my belief. So this is my humble opinion, if overtraining is actually a myth or not. So overtraining exists for sure. If you train for 2 to 3 hours per day and you throw in a lot of junk volume and you do that for 7 days a week and you do that for 4 weeks, I can promise you at a point you are going to start getting very, very tired. You're going to start sleeping less and less. You're going to lay awake at night and you're going to be primarily overstimulated but underperforming. You will notice probably a drop in libido. You will notice joints becoming a little bit drier. You'll notice just your body generally feeling fatigued. You start to feel like a old person basically. So that is what happens when you overtrain. That being said, that is very, very difficult to do. Overtraining exists, but it only exists in the absence of sufficient repair and healing. So the big thing with repair and healing is that if you are eating in a calorie surplus, and here's the dilemma. So the problem is the balancing act, because if you look at a guy like Mike Mentzer, he believes in absolutely doing as little volume as you possibly need to get the result, meaning the muscle building result and the muscle adaptation. But the problem with that is, in my opinion, it fucking sucks to do. I mean, can you imagine going in and training chest and basically just doing one working set, 2 warm-up sets and 1 working set? I don't know how you get a pump with that. I don't know how it's enjoyable. To gain muscle, sure, because technically speaking, the muscle only needs one sufficient stimulus to actually get to a point of growth. But the thing is, I also train because I do love training. I do like getting a pump. I do like challenging myself. I do like feeling that pain on a day-to-day basis. So that's why I just decided, you know what, it was a good ad work, sold a property, had a deal, why not hit up a second session? Because I want to do that. So if you want to burn calories, sure, that's going to be a major benefit. But if you want to maintain muscle, definitely not the best thing to be training twice a day. Some might argue if you train intensely enough, you won't even want to train more than once per day. But the thing is that as you start progressing with your stuff, you start to realize that your body gets extremely efficient at recovering. I'm currently at 2,500 calories, which for me is almost 1,000 calorie deficit, quote, end quote. Not that anything like that even exists. I mean, because the body adapts so quickly, the body is an adaptation machine, right? So the calories, it doesn't really matter. It's all about gauging where you're at and what's going to happen next if you drop those calories, increase those calories. That's the only actual way to measure it. So the thing is that I'm currently cutting down. I'm at 2.5, but my protein is very high and I'm finding I'm actually recovering. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I bust my ass in the gym every single day. I reach a point of failure with every single workout at least once, where it feels like, you know, this is probably the worst that it's been in a long time. Just that sensation of, you know, this is real shit. So I'm recovering, so I thought, you know what, if I want to throw in a second workout, that's fine. So the big thing is here is that gauge the progress. Don't worry so much about what the best thing is, because I mean, if you're going to be doing this for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, potentially the rest of your life, which you will if you really start enjoying it, why would you want to limit yourself by saying, well, the best way to actually get to a place of muscle gain is to do one working set per workout? If you don't enjoy it, how are you even gonna do that, man? How? So I say, listen, do what you want to, but gauge your results. That's the big thing. There's so many ways to skin a cat, guys. Like, there's so many ways, it's absolutely ridiculous. If you look at the low volume approach, Mike Mentzer reached an incredible physique. Absolutely incredible. Dense, muscular, lean, strong. But he did what? He believed in working, in training four days per week, right? He even believed in reducing it to training once per week. He believed in training a muscle once every 2 weeks. That's absolutely insane. But if you look at a guy like Arnold Schwarzenegger and those golden era guys, I mean, they did upwards of 20 working sets twice per week. I mean, they technically overtrained according to today's standards. Then you get a guy like Dorian Yates, who he was in the mid-range. He did about 10 sets per body part per workout, you know? So there's that, it's that thing that our bodies are made to adapt, right? So the results that you see outside of the gym is primarily going to be diet based. You can give your body any stimulus, but the diet is going to dictate what happens with the weight. The diet is going to dictate whether you lose body fat or gain muscle. That is just how it works. So to give you a bit of a background, I've been training for 10 years and I've not followed one single set workout schedule. I would lie to you if I say that I can count on one hand how many workouts I've done consecutively that's the same. And I don't mean I change up one exercise. I mean, I do like something completely different every single session almost. But I just make sure to bust my ass, and when I feel like training, I train. When I feel like resting, I rest. So it just goes to show, guys, there's many ways to skin a cat. Gauge the progress, see if you're gaining. If you are not actually gaining muscle, the solution is just eating more, man. That's the big thing. If you're not recovering, reduce your training volume. It's not difficult, guys. It's definitely not. The big thing is gauge your results, but enjoy yourself still, because that is a lifestyle. The training program tells you what to do and how to do it, but rather apply principles, because principles are going to give you results not just now, but for millennia to come.